here at the 17th Service Member of the Year Awards, where Military Times honors everyday heroes from each of the 5 services based on nominations from their peers.
Military Times created the award in 2001 to recognize one soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, and Coast Guardsman every year for their achievements beyond the call of duty.
This year's ceremony took place at the Reserve Officers Association headquarters on Capitol Hill, where honorees came together with friends, family, fellow service members, and top lawmakers for an evening of celebration. The winners were selected from hundreds of nominations submitted by their colleagues and members of the public. The service members were chosen based not only on their commitment to their jobs, but also their contributions to their communities outside of the military. We caught up with some of the winners and distinguished guests to talk about what the award means to them.
It's a distinct honor and privilege to be nominated by my peers. In all honesty, they're probably every bit as deserving as I am. It's a little overwhelming, but it's a pleasure and an honor, and I'm deeply humbled.
I don't even know how to honestly answer that question. This is unique just for the simple fact that it's voted on by other service members, and it's voted on by the Military Times and Marine Corps Times and all the organizations involved. So for all those people to take the time and read about me and actually vote on things that I have done in my career, I'm just honored and humbled to be a part of that.
It makes it special for me because I feel like you're able to really identify with how well you're doing by what your peers think of you. And I'm very, very blessed and lucky to be able to serve next to the absolute most professionals that I've ever met. And I've had that luxury for the last 15 years. So for me to be standing amongst them and to be honored by them is a very honorable experience.
Really, the guys that nominated me are probably or definitely just as worthy as I am. So I'm humbled by it. I mean, this is an honor.
Well, I firmly believe that our service members are some of the best that our nation has to offer. They can go out into their communities and they can inspire other young leaders. And so I'm so grateful for everything that they do, not just when they put that uniform on, but when they go home and they put on those civilian clothes and go out into their communities and inspire others.
So my time in the Marine Corps has brought me to really enjoy volunteering and giving back to the community. So starting my career in 2002, I started volunteering for my first time in Okinawa, Japan with the Special Olympics.
So the first time I started volunteering was when I was in Naples, Italy, and I used to be a swimmer in high school, and so I really wanted to work with the swim team out there, and I was fortunate enough that the head coach brought me on as assistant coach to be able to work with those children, and a lot of those children were Department of Defense children, right? So they were officers' kids or chiefs' kids, and being able to work with them was amazing, and the families that were on that team became my family.
In the winter of 2011, I had lost one of my comrades in arms to suicide. And nearly every year between 2011 and 2014, I either lost another comrade in arms or nearly lost one of my friends to suicide. And in the fall of 2014, I guess I just had enough and I was ready to take action. And so I recruited a group of my friends and we researched the problem of veteran and service member suicide and decided to take action.
The projects that I got involved in is just really a matter of passion. I feel like our veterans really need to be taken care of because they've spent their time serving. And then also our youth. I mean, not only is that a recruiting tool, but that's continued support. So I picked projects that not only support our veterans, but also our youth in San Antonio.
Met Gore, Coast Guard member. We always like to meet Coast Guard guys where I'm from. I live in the mountains. Nobody's in the Coast Guard where I'm from. But he and his wife had set up a nonprofit to provide dental care in Honduras. I mean, it's amazing things like that you read that these young people are doing. And so we're just here to share the event tonight with them.
As I learned about each of you and why you were chosen for this honor, there were 4 character traits that stood out. And I formalized these traits into what I called my 4 pillars while I was a soldier in the Iowa Army National Guard. But they are equally applicable across all services, all service branches, the private sector, and public service. They are, number 1, prudent risk, assuming prudent risk. The second one is leadership. The third is service. And the fourth is gratitude. Please join me in thanking those who made tonight possible. And most importantly, please join me in recognizing the epitome of risk, leadership, service, and gratitude the 2017 Service Members of the Year. God bless you all. Thank you.